It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Bears, leader at quarterback. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Bears and the Rams, coming up next.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, it's week 4. We know it should be a great one here as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They begin the drive with Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert powering up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Rams, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you can...
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill. Back deep, Ray McLeod. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The numbers for Williams a week ago, 21 carries, 93 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as he'll get this up close to the 30-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. You look at this Bears defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Michael Pierce, with his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a first down coming up. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. That is incomplete. The Bears had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first mark. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and now long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5. Herbert once more. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Herbert will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. That'll give him 8 that time, and it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Stafford now to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Brought down on the play by Kobe Turner.
So if we've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 2nd and 6. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. That is caught. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play. They'll run here with Herbert. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and in the end it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Stafford. His throw incomplete.
After incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And there's Jake Bailey to send us away. Jones on the return. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. 2nd and 3. Man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Packers who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. The Packers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We'll stay in the AFC South as we make the trip to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. A couple of touchdowns there for Breece Hall. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Brock Purdy, excellent in the victory as his guys move to 3-1 after 4 games.
It was a solid first half for running back Khalil Herbert. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Herbert. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Herbert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down, a run with Herbert. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On second down, Johnson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Well, 28 yards on the ground.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll toss it out right to Herbert. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to Williams to begin things. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Stafford. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Stafford. Going up top for Cup. Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And the Bears will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd down, they go back to Herbert. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. McLeod to return it. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, LA! Tutu Atwell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Now the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A handoff for Herbert. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Here's McLeod on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this one to Cobb complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, Stafford. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Stafford. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop it.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Tyler Higbee. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. To try here for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Well, now how about this return? And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
A give left side here for Herbert. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Here's a give to Herbert. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They'll run. It's Herbert. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Herbert. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Stafford now to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now 2nd and 4. Now Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here we go. This 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 2 touchdowns. A little over a minute to go. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. On 1st down at Stafford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Stafford. That pressure gets to him again. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're into the field, and it's 4th and 1. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play,